I'd like to talk to you about some faux painting techniques. Faux means fake. Anytime you take a glaze and manipulate it with the tool, you're creating a fake finish, which is a faux finish. I'm going to show very quickly several methods of glazing. I just have a green glaze mixed up here, which is water-based, which is glazing liquid, which is a transparent paint, some people call it, with some color added to it. So it is a transparent glaze. The whole idea is that the underground shows through the top. You can apply this. I will show you how to rag. In most cases, if I'm ragging off, and it's a large surface, which means big rooms, and the water base is going to dry too quickly, and I will use oils. So ragging is not that popular of a finish anymore. If you do rag on or rag off in water base, it's going to dry very quickly, and you end up with lap lines, overlaps, dark places where it dries. This, of course, is going to work. It's a small little surface. I take a rag, cotton rag, apply the glaze, usually with a roller, and literally rag roll the surface off. I also take the same rag, because I'm not real crazy about large patterns or ugly stops and goes. And it's called pouncing. You take the rag and you pounce over the surface until it's softened. And you don't see, oh, a rag did this. The whole idea is that you're creating a subtle, beautiful finish. Like that. Okay, now we're going to look at some strié finishes. A strié is removing a glaze in a vertical or horizontal fashion. There are many different methods. You can use a wallpaper brush. You can use a notched out squeegee, which will create a combing effect. You can also just use a brush as a dragging tool and drag it vertically or horizontally, creating. This again will be a water-based glaze because I have a very small surface. In theory, if I'm removing a glaze, I'm going to use an oil-based product because it has an open time which gives more time to remove it before it dries. A water base is going to dry very quickly. But for a demonstration, we would apply a glaze, transparent paint, to the base coat and take a tool and remove it. This one is a notched squeegee that I hand notched with a knife. Carefully as you could, in that pulled down fashion, one time. The problem on a big wall is if you're going down the wall and you move, you're going to get wood grain, not a strié. So this is an advanced technique of combing. It's also good to comb the walls one way in one direction, allow it to dry, and then the next day drag the opposite way, and you'll end up with a beautiful silk-like pattern. Another method would be to drag through the glaze with a brush. Any 3 to 4 or 5 inch brush would do. I just happen to have this one. It's also a flogging brush. And drag through the glaze as straight as you can. And that removes the glaze in a vertical fashion, creating this look, a strié or dragging.